The film opens with CIA Director Aaron storming into his office, slamming his fist onto the desk in frustration. His team has once again failed to apprehend Ghost, the world's most elusive and dangerous hacker. For years, Ghost has infiltrated global banking systems, government networks, and major corporations, leaving chaos in her wake. Her identity remains a mystery. She manipulates surveillance, erases digital footprints, and disappears without a trace. The CIA has nothing but dead ends. As Aaron fumes, his superior, Catherine, enters. With a raised eyebrow and calm demeanor, she asks if another lead has slipped away. Aaron admits defeat, revealing that Ghost was last spotted in Thailand, likely en route to an airport to vanish once again. Catherine pauses, then informs Aaron that she knows someone capable of handling the mission. Cut to Bangkok, Thailand. Lucas lies asleep in the back of a tuk-tuk. His nap is interrupted by a pickpocket, but he brushes it off and heads to a nearby bar. His quiet moment is shattered by a call from Catherine, his former CIA contact. Lucas isn't just a drifter, he was once the agency's top operative, Catherine's go-to for high-stakes missions. But after a mysterious fallout, he was fired, stripped of his credentials, and deported from the US. Now, he lives in exile. Despite their history, Catherine pleads for his help. Ghost has outmaneuvered every agent, and only Lucas has the skill to stop her. Lucas refuses, bitter and scarred by the agency's betrayal. But before he can hang up, armed men storm the bar. A brutal fight ensues, and Lucas barely escapes. Minutes later, Catherine calls again, this time with an offer, a substantial reward and full reinstatement, including removal from the deportation list. The promise of redemption lingers. After a pause, Lucas accepts. Catherine immediately dispatches a CIA agent to the airport with a fake passport and a ticket to San Francisco. As Lucas heads to the gate, Catherine informs him that Ghost is also at the airport, bound for the same destination. The mission becomes a race against time. She stresses the importance of capturing Ghost alive. On the flight, Lucas contacts Catherine again, requesting a photo. There isn't one. The only identifying detail is a bullet scar from an old injury. Meanwhile, at CIA headquarters, Catherine and Aaron are interrupted by urgent news. A $10 million bounty has been placed on Ghost via the dark web. Assassins are already mobilizing, and some may be on Lucas's flight. Catherine urgently warns Lucas, he's no longer the only one hunting Ghost. As Lucas boards the plane, he scans the crowd, alert to the danger. A tall man sits beside him, initiating casual conversation. Later, the man offers Lucas a cup of tea. Moments after drinking, Lucas feels dizzy. The man escorts him to the bathroom, where he reveals his true identity, a hitman. The tea was drugged. Despite the sedative, Lucas fights back. The struggle is intense, but he draws on his training and overpowers the assassin. Still groggy, Lucas regains control, his vision blurred but his instincts sharp. Back at CIA headquarters, Aaron demands access to Lucas's sealed file. Catherine remains composed, hinting at Lucas's lethal capabilities. She notes that the men who attacked him earlier were all found dead, proof of his unmatched skill. Back on the plane, Lucas faces a ticking clock. The hitman's body lies in the bathroom, and Ghost remains somewhere on board. The hunt is far from over. Lucas frantically hoists the body toward the ceiling compartment, desperate to conceal the evidence. His hands tremble as he works with urgency, footsteps echo closer, followed by a knock at the bathroom door. 2 flight attendants and a police officer, alerted by another passenger, stand outside. Lucas freezes. Time is slipping away. Just as he finishes hiding the body, he opens the door. The officer's eyes immediately lock onto the blood-smeared interior. Without hesitation, he draws his weapon, aiming directly at Lucas. With no alternative, Lucas reacts instinctively, swiftly disarming and neutralizing the officer with surgical precision. The commotion doesn't go unnoticed. The flight attendants stand stunned, their eyes wide as they absorb the scene, the blood, the body, the chaos. Lucas quickly regains composure, his mind racing for a plausible explanation. He identifies himself as an undercover CIA operative on a classified mission to apprehend a fugitive on board. Producing his credentials, he manages to convince the attendants, who, after a tense pause, reluctantly accept his story. Later, Aisha, one of the attendants, escorts Lucas to a secluded area to change. As they move through the cabin, their conversation shifts to the mission and the target, Ghost. But before they can delve deeper, a hitman launches a sudden attack on Aisha. Lucas prepares to intervene, but to his astonishment, Aisha neutralizes the threat with swift, lethal efficiency. Lucas is momentarily frozen. Her combat skills are far beyond ordinary. His eyes catch a fresh gunshot scar on her body, an unsettling clue that deepens his suspicion. The pieces begin to align, her fighting prowess, the wound, and the lingering questions about her identity. Then, Aisha stops pretending. She confirms what Lucas has already deduced: she is Ghost, the fugitive he's been chasing. Lucas meets her gaze, calm and unwavering. He assures her that his mission is capture, not execution, unlike the hired assassins aboard, whose orders are to eliminate Ghost at any cost. After a tense exchange, they strike a deal. Lucas will protect her from the killers, but she must surrender without resistance. With no viable alternative, Aisha agrees. From that moment on, they blend into the crowd, maintaining a facade of normalcy to avoid suspicion. As the flight continues, Lucas patrols the aisle, scanning for threats. Suddenly, a female assassin emerges, launching a vicious attack. The fight is intense, but Lucas prevails, leaving her unconscious. Before he can recover, 3 more hitmen close in. Outnumbered but undeterred, Lucas engages them with calculated precision. One by one, he takes them down, each encounter more brutal than the last. When the dust settles, the aisle is strewn with bodies. Lucas stands, breath heavy, resolve intact. Yet confusion lingers. The assassins are after Ghost, so why are they targeting him? Driven to uncover the truth, Lucas searches one of the hitmen's phones. What he finds is chilling: a photo of himself. He's now a marked target. The dark web bounty list includes not only Ghost, but Lucas as well. Stunned by the revelation, Lucas contacts Catherine, informing her of the escalating threat. The situation escalates rapidly. Catherine urgently contacts Aaron, pressing him to investigate the source behind the bounties placed on both Lucas and Ghost. Before taking action, Aaron demands full disclosure regarding Lucas's past. With no alternative, Catherine reveals the classified truth: Lucas was once the CIA's most trusted and highly skilled covert operative. His downfall occurred during a mission in Thailand, where he was assigned to protect a high-ranking government official on vacation. During the assignment, Lucas witnessed the official torturing a hired woman. Unable to stand by, he intervened, violently assaulting the man. The consequences were immediate and severe. The official turned out to be the younger brother of the Minister of Defense. Lucas was swiftly terminated from the agency, labeled a traitor, and deported from the United States. His career and reputation were destroyed in a single, irrevocable act of defiance. Back aboard the plane, Lucas confides in Issa, revealing that the assassins pursuing her are also targeting him. Both are now marked for elimination, and their only chance of survival is to fight their way through the attackers until they reach San Francisco. With no time to spare, Lucas exits the crew quarters and begins confronting the hitmen one by one. Each encounter is intense, but his determination remains unshaken. After neutralizing several assailants, he is approached by 3 women dressed in monk robes. They move to strike, but Aisha intervenes, stepping between them and Lucas. She declares that Lucas is an ally. To Lucas's surprise, the women are not assassins, they are protectors. They owe Aisha a life debt, repaying her for saving them in the past. Moments later, Lucas collapses, weakened by a stab wound to the abdomen. His breathing is shallow, his strength fading. Aisha and the monks rush to his side, transporting him to the cargo hold where they work swiftly to stabilize him. Meanwhile, at CIA headquarters, Aaron and Catherine make a breakthrough: they've identified Ghost. To their shock, it's Aisha. Catherine immediately sends Lucas her image, unaware that he has already discovered her true identity and is now working alongside her. Tension intensifies as Aisha's identity is leaked to the hitmen on board. With this new intel, the assassins close in, and the hunt escalates. Aaron reviews his phone, a satisfied smile forming. The truth begins to unravel: Aaron himself leaked Aisha's image to the hitmen. But that's not all. He orchestrated the bounties on both Aisha and Lucas via the dark web. His motives are not rooted in justice, they are personal and self-serving. Shortly after, Catherine storms into Aaron, her fury barely contained. She has uncovered his betrayal. Aaron, calm and calculating, reveals the stakes. Aisha has developed a revolutionary computer capable of decrypting all cryptocurrency codes. Whoever controls it can manipulate global digital markets and amass limitless wealth. The temptation is overwhelming. Aaron offers Catherine a deal: stay silent, and she'll share in the profits. Greed flickers in her eyes. Despite the betrayal, she agrees. The promise of power and riches outweighs her loyalty. Back on the plane, Lucas and Aisha remain hidden in the cargo hold, bracing for the danger that continues to close in around them. Lucas, overwhelmed and seeking clarity, questions why both the CIA and a wave of assassins are targeting Aisha. In response, Aisha reveals her past: she's been infiltrating systems to dismantle corporations she believes are corrupt. Many of these entities are backed by powerful figures, including CIA directors with deep financial interests. Each time she disrupts their operations, retaliation follows. The agency's pursuit of her isn't personal, it's about protecting those interests. As Aisha speaks, Lucas begins to see her in a new light. She's not a criminal, but a brilliant hacker challenging a broken system. Moved by her conviction, Lucas makes a promise: not to the CIA, but to the cause. He won't turn her in. Instead, he'll help her escape and vanish from the grid. Aisha hesitates, then unveils the true scope of her invention: A cutting-edge computer capable of hijacking cryptocurrency systems in just 5 seconds, a tool with the potential to reshape global finance. Meanwhile, the hitmen regroup. With Issa's identity exposed, their mission is clear. They coordinate to breach the cargo hold where Lucas and Aisha are hiding. As the threat looms, the 3 female monks approach Lucas, offering him a potion meant to boost his adrenaline for the impending fight. But a grave mistake occurs, they administer frog toxin instead. The effects are immediate. Lucas's body convulses, his movements become erratic, and his mind slips into delirium. He begins to hallucinate, believing he's trapped in a surreal kung fu film, battling invisible foes with exaggerated strikes. The monks, realizing their error, have no time to correct it, they rush to intercept the advancing hitmen. Lucas stumbles through the chaos, disoriented and twitching. Fueled by sheer willpower, he joins the monks in combat. The battle intensifies. A hitman fires at Lucas, the bullet misses, shattering a window. In an instant, the cabin erupts in chaos. Several passengers and hitmen are sucked into the sky, their screams lost to the wind. Lucas and his allies cling to whatever they can as the pressure tears through the aircraft. The remaining hitmen, disoriented, struggle to regain control. The pilot quickly descends, stabilizing the plane. But the calm is short-lived. A hitman infiltrates the cockpit, eliminating both the pilot and co-pilot, leaving the aircraft without command. Lucas, still weakened from his stab wound, begins to falter. Just as the threat becomes overwhelming, Aisha appears, chainsaw in hand. She passes it to Lucas, who, summoning his last reserves of strength, charges forward. With relentless force, he cuts down the remaining attackers. When the final hitman falls, Lucas is struck by a grim realization: the cockpit is unmanned. The plane is adrift. Without hesitation, he and Aisha make their way to the front, determined to take control before it's too late. With unwavering focus, Lucas and Aisha take control of the cockpit. Their actions are swift and synchronized, and after a tense few moments, they successfully stabilize the aircraft, just in time. Spotting the nearest airport, they prepare for an emergency landing. The scene transitions to San Francisco International Airport, where Aaron and Catherine wait anxiously for the plane's arrival. Their objective is clear: seize Aisha's advanced computer the moment the aircraft touches down. They watch the tarmac intently, but time drags on and the plane fails to appear. Growing impatient, Catherine steps away. When she returns, her expression is unreadable. Without a word, she approaches Aaron and, in a single, calculated motion, ends his life. There is no hesitation, no remorse. She never intended to share the profits. With the deed done, Catherine calls Lucas. Her tone is cold and direct: has he captured Aisha, and does he have the computer? But Lucas, now fully aligned with Aisha, responds with practiced ease. He lies, claiming Issa was killed and the device lost during the chaos. The deception works. Catherine, believing the mission failed, ceases her pursuit. As the plane cruises steadily through the sky, Aisha voices her concern: is Catherine waiting for them at the airport? Lucas calmly reassures her, explaining that he rerouted the flight to a different location. Aisha exhales, the tension easing. For now, they are safe. Days later, Lucas awakens in a remote safehouse, his body still recovering. Aisha remains by his side, the quiet of their refuge offering a brief moment of peace. But that peace is short-lived. The door bursts open, an unknown group of assailants storms in, their faces obscured by shadows. Chaos erupts before either can react. Their identities remain a mystery, and the outcome is left unresolved. The film ends. Until next time, have a nice day.